An off-duty corporal in the Ulster Defence Regiment was shot dead outside his farm this morning at Ochnacloy. Mr. Frank Cadw, aged 24, was pulled from his tractor and shot twice in the head. The gunman escaped over the border at Monaghan, just 2 miles away. Their stolen car was later found burnt out. Mr. Cadw leaves a 1-year-old daughter, and his wife is expecting another baby.
Private Pollock, who worked on the family farm, had been hitching a trailer to the back of his parents' car when the bomb went off shortly after 2 o'clock. The device had been attached underneath the trailer, which was left at the farm overnight at the end of a laneway.
The mother, she got out of the motor, went round to the rear of the car, but couldn't see the young lad. I think ran round the trailer, and as she said, she couldn't see him at all. She came back and she found him lying in a lump of scrub.
Although he was a full-time policeman, Constable McVitie was also well known in the area as a farmer. He had 2 young daughters and a 12-year-old son who was with him when the shooting occurred in a field beside his family's farm at Dromady, an isolated area along the border. His son watched helplessly as 2 men approached Mr. McVitie, who was driving a tractor cutting grass shortly before 7 o'clock last night. They fired at him using a shotgun. According to the RUC, the men escaped on foot towards the County Monaghan border, half a mile away.
William Graham was working in the yard of his lonely farmhouse in County Tyrone when masked gunmen shot him dead. He had a boy of 3 and a baby daughter.
Victim, who was in his early 50s, had been attending an auction of farm stock and machinery, which began around midday at Terrow, about 2 miles from the village of Derrylin. Nearly 100 people attended the sale, but the part-time UDR man was alone when he returned to his Allegro estate car.
Cyrus Campbell owned a small farm near Ochnacloy, just off the main Dungannon-Ochnacloy road. Every morning he drove from his home, where he lived with his mother, who's in her 80s, to feed cattle in a nearby field. Local people say he must have been an easy target for his killers, as he rarely drove any faster than about 20 miles an hour. Mr. Campbell's fiancée was among the first at the scene.